साथियों, यहाँ पे आके पहले साथी ने बात रखी थी और पूरा जो घटनाक्रम हुआ उसके बारे में जानकारी दी और उसके बाद कई लोगों ने बोला और मुझसे ज़्यादा कॉम्पिटेंट और ज़्यादा जानकारी वाले लोग बोलेंगे यहाँ, तो मुझे बहुत लंबी चौड़ी कोई बात नहीं बोलनी है। मैं बहुत ब्रीफली अपनी बात रखूँगी। सबसे पहले तो आप सबके संघर्ष को सलाम। जो यहाँ सस्पेंडेड स्टूडेंट्स हैं उनके साथ सॉलिडारिटी, आपकी डिमांड्स के साथ सॉलिडारिटी, वाइवा वॉइस का वेटेज कम हो और तमाम जो आपके डिमांड्स हैं उनके साथ हम आवाज़ बुलंद करते हैं अपनी। ये जो लगातार एक्चुअली खाली ये मूवमेंट नहीं, मुझे लगता है जब से नजीब की डिसअपीयरेंस हुई है कई सारे मुद्दे जो बार बार उठ कर के आए हैं, उनमें से एक बात जो बार बार आती है सामने, विच इज़ दैट you know, Najib being Najib didn't matter. Those who've been suspended, doesn't matter where they come from, what class, caste, locations they come from. That is a question that has been, coming up regularly. And in fact, when our friend in the beginning was talking about and narrating the entire, the chain of events, I think that point came up quite regularly. So I'm just reminded of, what. In Fanon's book Wretched of the Earth, where Sartre's introduction, where he writes, and Sartre is writing, as a white French man, writing an introduction to this great figure of anti-colonial struggle of the Algerians, Frantz Fanon, and he says, he's, and obviously he's addressing, the question is who's he addressing actually when he's writing his introduction. And I think what he's saying there goes to the heart of a lot of what we are discussing today. So his imagined readership, as it were, is possibly another white man who thinks, who's actually very aghast at the, the modes of the anti-colonial struggle. It's violent. It's these are not the norms of struggle. So he's assessing, this white man is assessing the struggle of the colonized in terms of what he thinks is his humanism and his universality, right? So, and thereby he assesses the struggle of these people and then says, well, this is not right, you're too far too violent, perhaps you should not do this, and so on. And then Fanon writes, he says that, these people were silent till yesterday, but now these yellow and black mouths, and I'm just kind of paraphrasing, he says, these yellow and black mouths are speaking today. And surely you look at them speaking and you are proud with amazement. This is what we have taught them. Wow, they can speak, right? And you indulge them and you say, okay, let them let off their steam. And the phrase that he uses, that between ourselves we'll say that, dogs that bark don't bite. But he says that Fanon doesn't care whether you read him or not, because what he's telling his people is about us. So I think all of these things that we've been discussing really go back to these questions about who speaks and who speaks for whom. And is it possible for us to speak as ourselves and not allow others to claim ownership over what we speak? So these are some of the questions. And बार-बार ये बात आती है कि नहीं, नजीब जो था वो किसी पे भी हमला हो सकता था. Even in fact in the last few programs that I had attended, people were constantly saying नहीं कि भाई right wing तो सबके खिलाफ है जो भी उनकी बात नहीं मानता. They are against women, they are against this, they are against that, they are against that, they are against political opponents, they troll everybody, they hit everybody. But I think the stakes are very different for different people, and we ought to recognize that Najib was hit because he was what he was. The attack was not on just anybody. And unless we recognize that and unless we acknowledge that, I think it is impossible for us to go and, one can endlessly talk about unity and solidarity and so on, but I think that recognition, that acknowledgement is very, very necessary. And, there's been a judgment, there were two judgments that were spoken about. There's been another judgment on the Supreme Court which talks about, this majority judgment, and which everybody, when it just came out, everybody was, in rapture saying, wow, wow, kya judgment hai, secularism ke liye bahut badi jeet, that religion and caste, etc. cannot be, used in elections. But I think as sense has set in and people are looking at reading the judgment, people are realizing that it's not such a great judgment after all. That it casts this universal humanist subject against the identities of the oppressed. That is what is happening. On the one hand, you have the 1995 Hindutva judgment, which says not only that Hindutva is Hinduism, not only that it is a way of life, but it is humanity itself. So on the one hand, it is there, that is a judgment. And on the other hand, you have this other judgment which casts this universal identity on all of us and does not, fails to really, and so I'm saying it's not just that people are not well-intentioned, they may be well-intentioned, but it's just simply hubris. It's blindness to recognize the oppression of others. I think that is where the problem is. And when we start talking about united struggles and solidarities, we ought to recognize that there are these issues that one has to deal with before we go on. But in the end, I will just say that even though it may be a contested term, I still offer my solidarities and empathy with the struggle, because I think to be empathetic is to be human also. Thank you.